G'day there again, guys and girls. Welcome back to part 3. In the previous episode I travelled from Gulgong, the first campsite of the trip, all the way up to Inverell, some 430 kilometres. Today I am going from Inverell all the way up into Queensland. So let's get on with it, shall we? Well guys, good morning. It's me, Kenny Raceboy here again, and it's the morning of day 3. And last night was friggin' cold. I'm disassembling my tent here, as you can see. But yeah, there's like, I don't know if it comes out on camera, but there's like ice all along here, and yeah, I got up and it was freaking cold. Lucky I've got like a really good sleeping bag. I had my morning shower, really nice hot one, and yeah, funny thing, they've got this timer on the light, and I pressed the timer, and as soon as I hopped in the shower, the timer ran out. It was only about 3 minutes, so how are you supposed to have a shower shorter than 3 minutes from the time you get into the bathroom? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to finish packing up, and I'm going to have my breakfast and then get on the road. Today, I'm getting to Brisbane and crossing the border into Queensland. So yeah, that should be exciting. Anyway, let's get packing. After I'd finished packing my tent and having my breakfast, I left for the road, eventually leaving the town of Inverell. As unfortunate as it was, there was still a couple of 100 kilometres to cover on the highways before I actually got to something interesting. So guys, I'm finally on the road. Yeah, this is the road to Glen Innes, and today is a really nice day. As you can see, not a cloud in the sky. It is really, really awesome, and I'm hoping it's going to stay this way all day until I get to Queensland. Apparently, it's supposed to be showers or something in Queensland, which is not the greatest. There's half a house on that truck. But yeah, it's supposed to be 24 though in Queensland, so that's a good thing. I'm crossing the Queensland border today, so that's going to be awesome. Anyway, I'll catch you when something interesting happens, I guess. Moving right along, I eventually broke free of the highways, where I found some rural back roads, and also some dirt roads too. Hello once again. Yes, I am on another dirt road. This is the dirt road that I've been riding along here, and about 400 to 500 meters that way they were redoing it, so it was really muddy and really sloshy. As you can see, there's been a little bit of rain, it's quite wet, and the KLR is a little bit dirty now, but that's all good. It's what it's meant for, right? Also, I may have taken a wrong turn somewhere. I think doesn't really matter though, because I checked on my map here and they go pretty much in the same direction. I can show you where I was supposed to go. So this is Tenterfield where we were, and this goes up to kind of casino area. That's the casino there. As you can see, I've marked out where I'm supposed to go up here, and that was an alternate route there as well. But the course that I took, because I followed the signs, I saw the word Wollongong, which is where I'm going, this one here, and I took it, and apparently the road goes all the way up through this national park, up to Legume, and then across to Wollongong, which is kind of funny, but it's actually turned out to be quite nice. I'm on the dirt road section here, and it's probably about kind of there, so about a third of the way through the national park, but whatever. I'm cool with that. I'm just going to keep going because it's a nice road actually. I don't really mind the dirt. Don't really know how to ride mud. I've never really done it before. So what I've been doing is kind of just like holding the handlebars and doing like a bit of a Superman, and like basically more or less sitting up on top of this kind of tent and tripod here, which is, I don't know if that's the correct way to get your weight over the back of the bike, but whatever. It seems to be working. I haven't really had any problems. But yeah, I'm going to put some warmer clothes on because it's starting to get cold. It was was really warm this morning, but it's kind of taken a turn for the worst in the past, hour and a half. So I'll put some layers on, I think, because it's getting a bit cold. Anyway, get back on the road, shall we? With my renewed sense of direction, I got back on the dirt road, confident that I could make my way without having to do that whole getting lost thing again. With the dirt road opening up onto some nice paved road, I could make up some time that I'd lost on the whole getting lost adventure. But unfortunately, with my sense of direction, I did have to stop a couple of times to make sure I was on the right path. Did I mention my navigation skills aren't the greatest, and being that I'm on an adventure tour, it doesn't really mix the greatest. With every new kilometre that was stacking on my odometer, I knew that I was getting closer and closer to my goal, which was Brisbane. The roads were getting windier and windier as we travelled through the high mountain passes, and the climate started to change. But one thing I did notice is that the roads were getting crappier and crappier as I was going along. They were starting to get bumpier and bumpier, and there was patches where they'd repaved the road, and they were really quite slippery. The unfortunate thing is a lot of these roads are actually travelled by trucks, and they actually get really quite cut up when it rains. So even though this was a recommended course that I'd taken, I kind of wish that I'd taken a different route. Undeterred by the conditions, I moved on and actually started to have a little bit of fun with the road. And then we got to the highway. Monotonous, mind-boring highway. Nothing but straight road for miles and miles to come, and traffic to boot as well. It's not that I dislike the concept of highways. I mean, they get you from place to place relatively quickly and easily. It's just on a motorcycle, they're just hell on earth. Nothing else compares to it. They're barbaric. The wind noise, it just pounds your helmet non-stop, relentlessly, and your ass, it's like your seat will never give up until it's pounded into a billion pieces. However, I was rewarded after a long time on the highway with the beautiful sights of Brisbane itself. And trust me, I've never been so glad to be back in a city. Not for the sake of civilization and being around other people, it's just for the fact that I really hate riding on highways as well. With navigation skills being at an all-time low, I cracked out the iPhone with the GPS app and got to work. If it hadn't been for my iPhone, I would never have ever been able to make it to my destination. The old paper maps just wouldn't have cut it this time. But to top things off for the day, my elation was eventually cut short with the addition of hot, slow-moving traffic. Apparently I had managed to coincide my arrival at Brisbane with rush hour. Yeah, a lot of people were leaving town or leaving work as the end of the day had finished. And here I was sitting on my KLR in the middle of all this traffic, and it was getting hot. My KLR, my poor little KLR, was overheating, laden with all this stuff on the tank and on the back. All my gear was actually making it really difficult to travel at these slow speeds. I did finally break free of the traffic and got on towards my destination, which was my cousin's house, where I stayed a couple of days, had some really nice time with my family and friends, and then headed off home, which is what the next episode is going to be about. So stay tuned for next episode, guys, and thank you for watching once again. And next time we'll be travelling from Brisbane down to Stewart's Point.